Hello everybody and welcome to Wheel to Wheel Round 9. We're in Division 3 tonight and we are in Austria at the Red Bull Ring. Tonight co-hosting with me I have Fang. Fang, how are you doing?
Yeah, good thanks, good thanks. Great to be here. Thank
Beautiful.
you. It's certainly should be a great night of racing on a track that can be quite challenging, especially as far as penalties go.
Yeah, definitely. And also on visuals tonight we have Herbal Green Tea. Herbal.
Hey, good evening, guys. Yeah, this is going to be a good race. Looks like we're going into qualifying now. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Beautiful. All right. Now, it will be an interesting race. As Fang mentioned earlier, the penalties on this track, turn 1 and the last 2 corners are particularly notorious for penalties on this track. Yeah, I think it'll be pretty challenging for most people.
That's for sure. It's a bit of a case of you've nearly got to nip those corners off to get a good fast lap time in. But if you go a bit wide or nip too much off the sausages, you'll soon find yourself with a penalty that can be tricky to burn off as well.
Yes.
That last corner, notorious because with the rules of our racing league, where you have to burn the penalty in the same lap you earned it, it's a pretty short stint between that final turn and the start finish line. So, yeah, having to burn a penalty there can be costly.
Yeah, definitely, especially because it doesn't always show up straight away. You might travel a couple hundred metres down the road before you realise you have one. Yeah, that gets a bit tricky.
Yeah, it will be tricky,
All right, beautiful. Well, let's go through the grid. We got Untouchables 911, W2W Ben, Smurfing Your Mum, coming up behind him, and Up You Baby. Kez Audio, Mad Mitch 76, Roy HQ, J-Dub, Soul Slayer 71, Contagious 187, and Like a True Boss 88. Fang, who's your hot tip for tonight?
Looking at the form guide, and it's hard really for me to say. I haven't had a good look at all these races. I have seen a few in practice. Troy HQ's always there in practice, so maybe him. But looking at the form guides, it's hard to say. It could be anyone's race. I might get a better idea after we see how we go in the qualifiers.
Yeah.
What do you think there, Palmer?
I'm really not sure yet. I mean, look, Ben's always quick. I mean, most of these guys are pretty quick. Untouchables, he's very fast. Yeah, I guess we'll just have to see how qualifying goes. Herbal,
Yeah.
who's your hot pick for tonight?
I'll have to go with Untouchables because he's on my team. But
Yeah.
yeah, it could be. Yeah, it could be pretty close together. I know Ben, Smurf, and Up You are all pretty quick, and everyone in here is pretty quick. So yeah, could be anyone.
Yep, definitely. No, it'll definitely make for good racing, and I think Untouchables is nearing towards the start line to set the first qualifying time. So we'll stick with him and see how that goes.
Speaking of teammates, I see our fellow teammate Palmer, K-Boy, didn't make it for some reason.
Oh yes, he was supposed to be in this lobby, wasn't he? Doesn't look like he's in. Hopefully he joins before the first race. 136 by Untouchables, 135.64 Ben.
That's a quick time. That's I think in a lot of the practices 135s, I hadn't seen much quicker than 135, so that's a really good time.
That is. We're getting a few 136s, a couple 137s. So far Ben's in the lead by half a second.
That's looking good. That was a
Soul Slayer, another 135.88.
Well, there we go.
Contagious, 135.66. Wow. Some quick times going down.
I noticed that War Soul Slayer. He's actually third in Division 3, so yeah. We've got a mixed bag of divisions in this race.
Yeah,
So it's,
it looks like I can see some red, some orange, blue. There's quite a few coloured mirrors. For those who don't know, our divisions are represented by our mirror colours on our cars. So red is Division 1, blue is Division 2, green is Division 3, and orange is our D League, which are all new races to the league. We get put in the D League and then they work out where you've got to sit in the other divisions. So yeah, we've got a good mix in here tonight. It's good.
yeah, it should be good. There's a couple of the D League boys who've come up through the ranks, I guess, to go into the high lobbies in this Division 3 race. So it should be good.
Yep. Like a true boss has set the fastest lap time.
Yeah, wow, another quick one there.
1:35.3.
Ben's second, that wasn't too far off. A second off.
These guys are setting some very fast lap times. I know in practice I think I got a 1:37.3 was the fastest I've done, but mid to low 1:37s is normal.
I think I might have seen a 1:37.5, but anything in the 1:37s was a little rare for me.
Yeah.
But these fast guys, it's I think it'll be an interesting match. And as we all know, the fastest laps don't always win the race. It's got to stay there until the end, and avoid those penalties, which that'll be the really interesting thing I think for me to watch.
Yeah. Oh, like a true boss set a new fast time, just extending his lead. 1:35.178.
Wow, that is a cracking pace. He's got into the 1:34s. That's crazy.
Got Ben and Untouchables both coming in for their final lap. Ben set a new fastest time. Untouchables didn't beat his first lap.
And Ben came in then with a 1:35.409. So. Yeah, here we go.
Here we go. Start of the first race. This will be interesting. Some fast times that went down, so definitely interested to see who's going to come out on top in this one. Who was sitting on Herbal? Who we're going to start with?
On Troy? Yep.
Sounds good. And they're off.
Clean start. Hopefully it's clean first corner. That's what we're after.
Here we go. Ben's in the lead coming around into turn 1. Looks like everyone's gotten through cleanly. No one picked up a penalty. That's great. It looks like he's slightly pulling away from everyone out into the lead. Still, it's a very close pack. J-Dub right up the back of Like a True Boss. He's not letting him get away. And looks like he's just pulling away from the pack at the moment. And we've got Soul Slayer coming up behind him. Untouchables 911. Troy HQ. Oh, no. Like a True Boss just overtook Troy HQ. And J-Dub in 6th. Contagious 187 7th. And we have Smurf and Your Mum, Mad Mitch 76, Kez Audio, and Up You Baby. Now Ben just looks like he's just leaving everyone behind as he's pulling away from the pack. He's a second and a half ahead of Untouchables at the moment.
That's a good lead to have so early on in the race. And that's really what you need to a bit of a buffer zone so you can really nail this last corner coming up and the first turn. So Ben looks like he's got through that one without any penalties attached. So good start, good first lap.
Yeah, definitely. Looks like the whole pack's gotten through without any penalties, which it's surprising, but I guess it's early in the race. Still 8 laps to go.
Yes, yes. A little bit of a shade up, just went ahead there a little.
Yeah, so it looks like we got a bit of a battle pack from third onwards.
Ooh, bit of a touch there, and we have an off.
like a true boss. It's gone off. Looks like he missed his braking point and just overshot the corner. And that's put him back in 11th position.
That'd be a good one for the replay.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see what actually happened that night. Might be one to the stewards. Okay, hopefully he can recover.
Right, so Ben looks like he's extended his lead to 1.7 seconds ahead of Untouchables, who also has a 1.8 second lead on J-Dub. Oh, someone picked up a penalty, Untouchables. And he's burning that.
And that will cost him.
His second place lead has dropped down to 9/10 of a second, but he had enough of a lead where he didn't lose his position. J-Dub, 1.6 seconds ahead of Contagious. It looks like Smurf and your mum is right behind Contagious, not letting him get away.
He's got that Aston lined up. He's interesting to see if he goes for a overtake on the bottom of the hill now. Maybe close enough.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's a quick car, that Aston. Feel like the Toyota might be a little bit underpowered compared to the Aston as well.
Yeah, well, we know the Aston's got some nice straight line speed and proving itself. So yeah, we'll have to see. But yeah, Smith mightn't get the job done on this lap, but he's still alright. He's got a
2-second penalty.
Oh, that's costly.
A little bit wide. That's a big penalty. Wow.
And hard to burn it off there. It's sort of without losing a lot of rounds. So.
Yeah.
And, it looks like he's got a couple of the tormented nightmare racing cars go past him.
Yep.
Since it's happened, so
Kez Audio picks up a 1 second as well.
There you go. Now we're going back up the front. Ben's just looking at the small map there. You can really see the distances within the whole pack.
Wow. Yeah, 4.5 seconds.
Ahead. Wow.
AW is going to have to work very hard to catch him. It looks like the pack is caught up to J-Dub.
I think the tyre wears really shows itself in this early morning session that we have here at the moment. It's 5:30 in the morning, so the track's nice and cold. I don't know if it's right, but it does feel a bit slippier than some of the other time slots that we do racing.
Yeah. See, I only did my practice on the midday time, so I probably should have done a bit more practice at the other times of the race, but I guess I'll find out at our race later.
Yeah, it will be interesting when we get down to the 7, 8, 9 laps to see if any get a little bit slippy. Yeah, Ben's continuing to just strive ahead, so the race is, I guess, really on for the second, third, and back from there.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't think anyone's going to catch Ben at this point. We've just hit lap 5 and 4.6 seconds ahead. Yeah, unless he has a big off, I don't think anyone's going to catch him at all.
Yeah, that's good. continuing to push ahead. I said the fastest lap though. Troy's got a nice fast lap. That was 1:36.
Yep.
Not sure when he picked that one up, but that was a couple laps back. But yeah, it's nice lap time.
Yeah, that is a nice lap time. J-Dub picked up a 1 second penalty. It looked like he managed to burn it naturally through turn 3. Which I've noticed your turn 1 penalty will mostly burn off at turn 3, which is good. So you won't really lose any time.
Yeah, no, it's unless you go beyond the 2 second mark, it's which I've managed to do a couple of times. Picked up a 3.5 second penalty, just gone way too wide. So.
Wow, yeah, that's a big penalty.
Just looking at Troy HQ1 there coming up. No, what was something else? My listing on the side is a little. I don't have the split times appearing for some reason. So.
It looks like Ben is even further extended his lead. 5 seconds at the moment. It was 5.1 a moment ago.
Wow.
Contagious just pulling away in second position, 1.8 seconds. And
just having a quick look at Ben's lap times. Yeah, he's just consistently in the 1:36s. It's big part of the reason he's up the front, I guess.
Yeah, and that's it. If you keep consistent, and put down some distance between you and the car behind you. That's where the difference is.
Yeah.
It looks like there's a bit of a gap forming between 4th and 5th place. Oh, up you baby, just nudges Untouchables around the corner.
I was that was the car I actually thought was Troy earlier. It was just going off the cold schemes. Yeah, I did see a couple of touches before on one of the previous laps. I think that must have been Untouchables.
Yeah, getting nice and close.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 second penalty for Contagious. He's opted to burn it out there.
Yeah, it's really costing too. You can see the pack really going around. It's
because then you've got to be able to try and join back onto the racing line with all those cars coming. Personally, I think the straight start finish straight would have been the place to burn it, but yeah, nothing happened, so that's lucky.
Yeah, yep. Nothing continuing on. Just on board Wall Soulslayer at the moment. Seems we can make a move here on JW. Might if the exit speed come to the corner to execute a pass. He has. He's got the inside line. Interesting to see how this one plays out.
And Smurf looks like he's going to make a move. No. Oh, he's gone wide. J-Dub getting a bit slippery as he came around that corner.
Yeah, he didn't want to give that one up. He's so close there between the Jag and the Aston.
These three guys are very close.
Well, Spurs coming up around the back, just behind Wall Soulslayer. Looking eager to make a move somewhere.
Troy HQ coming up behind Smurf. Like he's going to join in on the battle.
I think the real winner out of all that is J-Dub, who's starting to clear out from the head.
Yeah. Like they're losing time battling.
Yes. We've got a nice clean bite of the sausage then. We should have pretty close going on this home straight. Merce pulling out to try go on the inside. No, he dropped down that one.
Oh, Smurf on the outside.
He's picked up enough speed, carried enough speed around that corner, and that's really key, is being able to carry speed around these corners. And
That's right. If you can
long
slow in,
straightaways.
fast out, that'll give you plenty of speed on the straight to be able to overtake other cars.
Yeah, that's the name of the game. It's yeah, and do all that and avoid a penalty, and you're going well.
That's right. Oh, bit of side contact there between J-Dub and Smurf as they come around the corner.
Oh, I see J-Dub's right on his tail now, looking keen to regain his position. With Troy HQ following up behind J-Dub.
Just checking Ben, he's 7.1 seconds ahead of the pack at the moment. That is an incredible lead. Yeah, final lap,
Yeah.
he's got this one in the bag, I think.
He'd have to, and unless he gets a blown tyre, which isn't really possible. So.
And Untouchables in
Yeah.
second, 4.2 seconds ahead of Up You Baby.
Oh, there was a bit of a touch there. Troy's had tried to come in on side on a different line, and I think give J-Dub a bit of a touch. Nothing major in it. Might be one for the stewards later, but close racing.
His audio comes in, overtakes the lot of them. Oh, yeah, has he got J-Dub? No, not quite. Right on his tail, not letting him get away.
It's been a very tight, close race up in this section of the third.
Yeah. Oh, who picked up the penalty? Troy, half a second penalty.
Oh.
Let's jump back up to third place, Up You Baby, Contagious and Mad Mitch. Actually, no, we're about to finish the race. Ben's coming around the last corner at the moment. 7.5 second lead on everyone else as he comes across the line, and he has won this one.
Done well, Ben. It will be interesting with the reverse grid for the next race.
Definitely. Oh, Untouchables.
Yes.
Just manages second place as he's burning off a 2.5 second penalty. Up You Baby in third, Contagious in fourth, Mad Mitch in fifth, Smurf in sixth, J-Dub in seventh, Kesel Audio eighth, Troy HQ ninth, Soul Slayer 10th position. And like a true boss, DNF, I think he may have got disconnected.
Dang, no good at all. Well, that was a bit of racing though.
That was a great
Congratulations
race.
to Ben.
Yep.
Yeah.
What a lead.
Stuff.
Wow. It'll be interesting to see if he can carry this on for the other two races. But that was a dominant race by Ben.
Yeah. I hadn't checked the hot lap replays this week, but I imagine Ben must have featured high up on that listing if he did enter. So just have to have a quick look at that.
And his laps were very consistent. I think that's the key. Doing consistent 136s has really helped.
Well, there we go. He was second on the list for the hot laps of the week. For the hot lap leaderboards, he was second on the tally list with a 134.593, which is
Wow.
it's always a bit quicker in the time trials compared to race day, but that's a cracking pace. Not too far behind Apex Humper, who has certainly showed his speed in the Premier League recently.
Yeah, he's a very quick driver. All right. So who's your hot tip going into race 2, guys?
I'm thinking maybe War Soul Slayer.
Yep, Herbal.
Mainly,
Oh, yep, sorry.
I was
I
going to say
think
mainly because I think he'll with the reverse grid it might come into his favour. He's also set some fast lap times in the hot laps, so
Yep.
yeah, could be interesting.
Herbal, who's
Sorry,
your hot
Herbal.
tip?
yeah. I think some of my picks last round won, but I think this round could be different because it's hard to overtake. And yeah, I think there were a few minor incidents at the start that might have changed the grid order a bit. But yeah, I think this race is going to go differently.
Yep, definitely. Looks like someone's got a
Yeah,
pit
someone's
glitch
got a
there.
pit.
Who's that?
Yeah.
It's Up You Baby. And Contagious has also got a pit glitch by the look of it. Let's hope that doesn't happen in the actual race. Right, so as we're about to get ready for race 2,
I think he just must have it on the 10:45 as a interim thing to check the pit glitches maybe. With the 10:45 with rain.
yeah,
Looks like Smurf doesn't like the rain. He's yeah. It would make for a challenging race. Red Bull in the rain.
yeah, I
Shouldn't
think we
speak too
had enough of
shouldn't speak too loud. It may come back.
yeah, I think we had enough of Red Bull in the rain. We did that last season with GR4s, and then we did it in the off-season GR2s as well, which
Oh wow,
that was very interesting. GR2s in the rain at Red Bull, but
that would be quite slippy.
yeah, very.
Uh,
I'll just change it.
I think I come along in the off season, and I can't remember doing that one rain at Red Bull, so probably lucky I missed that one.
Yeah, I think it was the first or second race we did in the off season, so
Wow.
it was challenging, but it was good fun. Wouldn't recommend it. Last season in the GR4, I was in the Skyline, which is four-wheel drive, which made a massive difference in the wet. Fortunately, they don't have to worry about the wet today. They're nice and dry in the sun.
Yeah, that the four-wheel drive would have really come in handy with the wet. It is a as I mentioned before, it's a really it's a love-hate track. This one for a lot of people. For me, I still haven't quite worked out which side of the fence I'm sitting on with that. At the moment, it's a bit more towards the latter with the amount of penalties that I seem to pick up. Yeah, it can be frustrating when you have a couple laps in a row where you pick up penalties and you seem to spend more time burning off those penalties than actually getting anywhere. Yeah, part of the fun of the track, I guess.
That can make it pretty challenging. Look, I personally love Red Bull Ring. I think it's a great track.
Why do you love it?
I don't know. It's just
Why?
something about it I love. It's it's
Do you drink
fast.
Red
It's
Bull?
simple. No, no,
You don't?
no,
See,
I don't.
I'm more of a Mother fan. That's maybe part of my reason I'm not fully devoted to it.
Oh, look, if I had to
Yeah.
pick an energy drink, I would pick Red Bull over the others, but try to avoid them. All
Yeah, fair
right,
enough, fair enough.
about to start the race. Should we jump on with J-Dub, middle of the pack?
Yep, that's who I chose. Yep. Oh no,
Perfect. Oh no,
we've lost the
like there's
we've lost
been
the
a
game.
connection issue.
Dang. Bit
Now,
reminiscent of what was happening earlier in the week with the constant glitches in the practice lobbies.
yeah,
Hopefully it's just in
That
between
was
race, not during race.
yeah. Lucky
Yeah,
it
race
was before the race actually started.
just.
we'll just have to wait for them to bring the lobby back up. All right, well, we've got a bit of downtime.
You going to sing a song? No?
No, I don't think you want to hear me sing. You can sing if you like.
No, not today. Maybe next week. Yeah, sorry to interrupt. What were you going to
just
say
going to
there?
run through some history facts about the Red Bull Ring.
Yeah, nice.
It was, before it became the Red Bull Ring, it was actually the A1 Ring. And then obviously, Red Bull must have sponsored the track, and now it's known as the Red Bull Ring. But it's actually been around for a long time. I think it was an airfield in 1964, and then 1970 became the venue for the Austrian Grand Prix. Then 1987, it then got overhauled and became the A1 Ring. They still use it today in Formula One. I think Carlos Sainz has set a new lap record on there this year. Can't remember the lap time off the top of my head.
It was held by Schumacher for a long time, wasn't it?
Yep. Previously.
Previous to that.
Yep. 108.337 by Schumacher in 2003. The next fastest lap, Valtteri Bottas, was 1 minute 3.13 in 2018. It was a qualifying lap. And I did read somewhere Carlos Sainz now holds the record, which I don't have the actual lap time right in front of me.
One of the things that I always think of when I go around turn 2 is that incident that happened there in the MotoGP earlier this year where Valentino Rossi nearly got taken out.
Oh, yes.
By a wayward motorcycle.
Yep. For anyone who hasn't seen that, go YouTube it. It is one hell of a crash and a very, very near miss.
Yeah, it's every time I'm around that bend, I'm got it in the back of my mind. If I see a shadow, I start ducking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was so close. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was very lucky. I'm sure he would have had some stains in his underwear after that.
I'm sure he would have.
Right, looks like they've got the lobby back up.
Yep, lobby's up.
Awesome.
And I joined the wrong one. Here we go, Division 3, Race 2. Right, has your picks changed for this race? Now that the lobbies are reset.
Will the
They'll set
order
up the manual.
remain the same? No, we'll have to.
No, they'll set it up manually. It'll be the same.
Right, so watch them doing some practice laps at the moment. Who are we jumping on with?
We're on with Trophy right now.
Troy?
Yeah, it looks like he's taking this time pretty seriously to practice.
It's interesting. I always think that some of the in the midweek practices, there's a few that you always see in there. Troy is one that you always see out there practicing. Smurf, another big one. Up You Baby. There's a few At least in the sessions I've been, I haven't seen some of the others.
Unless they're
so
practicing in the
weekly.
middle of the night. Yeah.
Well, which they well could be. Usually see Ben there a fair bit as well. Yeah.
Looks like they're starting.
Half a second penalty. Right. Oh, Troy coming off into the sand. Lucky the race is starting now, so that won't really matter too much. Alright, let's hope there's no
Here we
glitches.
go.
Race 2, Division 3.
We'll jump on JW on 5th position.
Oh, yeah.
Right, middle of the pack. And they're off. Like a true boss, pulling to the side. Oh, I think he's dressing.
I think he because he disconnected. You might have to redress that.
Yep.
Oh.
It's a good start though.
Soul Slayer gets away cleanly up the front. Followed by Troy
Yeah,
HQ. Kez
That
Audio.
was my.
Oh, J-Dub getting a bit slippery. Oh, bit of contact.
Oh.
Pushes Kez Audio wide around that corner.
Well, still travelling, which is good. War Soul Slayer's got that. Got a nice little break on them.
Yeah, he's pulling away 1.7 seconds ahead already.
I'm wondering if we might have a repeat of similar situation as Ben in the last race. In the hot laps, they weren't that far behind each other.
Yeah, that could be.
400ths of a second or something. So with War having a 1:34.986 for his time trial on that.
Not much difference at all.
No, it'll be further back in the pack to we might see a few changes in position happen.
Half a second penalty for untouchables.
Yeah, that's cost him quite a bit.
Yeah, he's lost quite a few positions there.
No, there's another one yet.
Oh, Troy goes wide.
Oh, and we've got
Oh,
someone's turned around. Who was that?
Yeah, it looked like
Looked
3
like
cars turned around there.
Contagious. Yeah, can we get a replay on that?
Yeah, let's jump into replay. On board with Contagious. Going into turn 1. Looks like he's lost grip on the rear tires and turned around. Yeah. Looks like someone's run into the back of him. Yep.
It's a bit unfortunate.
You'd like a true boss who was shown some face. We're still ahead of the pack. What's the split there? I don't have the split from Wars.
2.9 seconds. Or 2.6. He's losing ground. Then it's a very close battle from second, third, fourth and fifth.
War Soul Slayer's getting some nice clean lines there coming around that final turn. No penalties. They may start to have a couple of cars that have risked the penalty and gain a bit more exit speed. That's that thing, but no, still a while off yet. So HQ just
it looks like Ben wants to claw his way back up to first place again. Currently
how's he
in
go?
5th position. Oh, no. What happened there? He's lost the spot. Oh, now he's moved up to 4th. Nice inside line. Untouchables isn't letting him get away. He's right beside him. Mirth and your mum only 3/10 ahead of him.
It could be a challenge for Ben to get around the Smurf. He's quite a good defensive driver, Smurf, so it will be interesting to see if Ben can make his way around.
Yeah, no, it will be interesting.
With the little pushes he's getting from behind, it may be possible.
Definitely. I mean, look, Untouchables isn't letting him get away. He's sticking to the back of his car like glue. Both driving in the Corvette. And gaining ground on Smurf in those last couple of corners. Untouchables looked like he wanted to make a move there, pulled back in.
Yeah. Pulling out to say hello, I think.
These guys look like they're joined front to rear.
It's very
making
close.
a move.
Not a lot in it.
No.
Ben may get it on Smurf here. We'll see how it goes. Oh,
It's the inside line.
Untouchables snuck him with it as
Oh,
well.
just.
Slight paint rub, but nothing serious.
Nothing wrong with getting nice and close.
Alright.
As long as you don't force the other car off the track.
That's the main thing. Oh, we've got a bit of a close one going on between W2W and the tormented Nightmare Racing crew.
For 6th, 7th and 8th position. J-Dub, Up You Baby and Mad Mitch. There's a lot of close racing going on here. Everyone's kind of separated into their little packs at the moment.
I think the gap is lessened on Raw Soul Slayer. His lead is diminishing.
Yeah, it's
as the
only
laps count down.
yeah, only a second at the moment. No, it's 8/10. Roy looks like he's gaining ground quickly. And there's quite a big gap between Troy and Ben, 2.3 seconds at the moment.
I think with these two soon tussling, Troy and War Soul Slayer might make way for Ben to gain up a bit more ground.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a possibility. Ben's currently in 3rd, but he could definitely make a comeback and overtake them both while they're battling.
Yes, it'll be interesting. A few laps to go.
Troy's only 3/10 behind him now. He's right up the back of Soul Slayer. He's not letting him get away. He just set a purple sector too.
This one is really make a move before the next lap, or try to pull the. You may have the legs on him to get him on the straight.
Oh, Soul Slayer goes
he's
wide. It's going to cost him a penalty.
Troy's done well there with the sausage. He's ate the sausage well. Should get a nice, some nice speed going up the home straight there.
Yeah, and it looks like he's pulled away nicely, 2.2 seconds ahead of Ben. He comes around turn 1.
We've had, oh yeah, Ben's moves up.
Untouchable still sticking to the back of Ben. He's not letting him get away.
Looks like we had someone just out.
Oh,
Like a true
like a
boss.
true boss. Again.
The car was sideways, so hard to say what's happened there. It's been the week for him so far.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. 2 races in a row. He's been disconnected.
Yeah, not ideal. Never know, might be back for the third. And how's the Troy and Ben duel going? No duel yet. Still a fair gap between Troy and Ben. Maybe enough laps there to for Ben to close the gap, but looking at Troy's lead at the moment.
Currently got the fastest lap at 1.36.
There we go.
136.4, sorry. And he's done some very consistent lap times. 136s all the way through, except for the first lap.
Oh yeah, he has indeed. Wow, he's that's what's got him where he's at.
And doesn't look like he's been as consistent this race. There's a few 137s in there. Same with Untouchables, but I mean, look, he's not letting him get away at all. I think he's
he's a bit of a tap there. Untouchables onto Ben. He's I think that's the trick when you've got 2 cars that are so close together. And their performance being the identical car, always makes it a bit tricky. Very close racing.
I think he'd be smart and he would just sit behind Ben, saving his tyres, and on the last lap make a move. That's what I'd be doing if I was Untouchables.
Yeah.
We're on lap 7. His tyre wear's not too bad. His fronts are starting to look a bit worn. Ben, his rear tyres are slightly worse than Untouchables, which is to be expected. Him following along.
His fronts don't look too healthy though, Ben. He's starting to lose a bit of grip in the front end there.
Yeah, they are getting a little bit down.
I think the worst tyre wear might have to go down to Wall Soul Slayer. Maybe at the moment.
Oh yeah, his front tyres are terrible at the moment. Lucky there's only 2 laps to go.
Yes.
The Jag is one of those cars I feel understeers a little bit. Need to drive it a certain way to make the car quick. It definitely is a very fast car if you know how to drive it.
Yeah, well, seen some good fast lap times with ZD in the Jag this week in practice round here, so yeah, it's certainly quite capable in this track.
We might go down the list and see where everyone's at the moment. Start off with Troy, he's still in first place, followed by Ben and Untouchables right behind him. 2-second gap to Soul Slayer, who's also got a 2-second lead over Smurf. Smurf's also put a gap between him and Jade up 3.5 seconds. The field's really separated a bit at the moment. Jade up, another big gap between him and Up You Baby, but he's closely followed by Kez Audio, Mad Mitch, and then we have Contagious in last place. Troy crosses the finish line, starting his last lap.
Oh, he's just Untouchables just making a move on Ben.
Yeah.
Just got around him. There you go.
A nice clean pass on the straight. Gets into turn 1 cleanly. And I think that the fact that he's got slightly better tyres at the moment will help him stay in front of Ben for the rest of the lap.
It will come down to the wire, I think, with these two. It's neck and neck.
I mean, they're in the same car. They're very evenly matched with ability. This will be interesting. And looks like he wanted to come on the inside. Didn't quite have enough speed to get in front.
Yeah, he really couldn't quite make it without squeezing him out. Oh, worn tyres. Bit of a slip wide there from Untouchables.
It did come a little bit wide.
Pick up a little bit of pace on him. Not going to be able to carry it through for this short straight down the back here.
Oh, he's looking like he's going to make a move. Nah, didn't quite make it.
Have it. We'll save it up till this last bend. As
Troy has a commanding lead, 3.7 seconds as he crosses the finish
no.
line. Oh, Untouchables unfortunately gets a penalty. Drops down to third as Ben overtakes him. Soul Slayer. It's unfortunate. Soul Slayer in fourth. Smurf in fifth. J-Dub in sixth. Oh no, Kez Audio burns a penalty just before the finish line as well, and so does Contagious. We had Mad Mitch in 8th, Kez Audio in 9th, and Contagious in 10th. Yeah, a lot of penalties right before the end of the race there.
Yeah.
That was a great battle for second. So unfortunate that Untouchables picked up a penalty on the last corner.
Very unfortunate.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'd be kicking himself at the moment. Right, so the last the last race. Medium tyre compounds. What kind of strategy would you guys be using tonight?
I have to admit, I don't have one yet, but we'll see. Hopefully, I'll learn something good from this race.
Yeah, still got an hour and 10 to come up with something, or an hour and 9 minutes to come up with something. So
well, that's the benefit of racing later in the night, isn't it? You get to watch what everyone else does and see what works.
Yeah, that's it. It will be interesting. This will probably form. Whoever comes out on top might form my decisions for pit stops for the 18 lapper. I know it'll do well on. You can get 9 laps out of it on the one tank and one set of tyres. So I think for me maybe just a one stopper, just for a tyre change. Where in? I'm not sure. Yeah.
I think I'll be doing the same thing. I mean, Red Bull's not too bad. Even when you do start to get a little bit of tyre wear, it's not too bad compared to some other tracks. You really notice the tyre wear, whereas Red Bull, I feel like it's not as bad compared to some of the other tracks.
Yeah, no, it doesn't have those real critical corners where you're just going to slip and lose the rear end if you, once the grip levels really go.
Being in the GR4s, slightly less power, less chance of spinning out as you accelerate out of a corner.
Yeah, that's very true.
Looks like most of the pack is starting on mediums except for Contagious and Mad Mitch, who are still on softs.
I think we got a pit glitch again with a couple of cars. They'll have to reset it again.
Yeah, no, we do have a couple guys on pit glitches at the moment. Untouchables and Smurf. Hopefully the lobby doesn't disconnect again, because I think this is what happened last time. We had a pit glitch before the race.
Mine's fully frozen at the moment, so.
Yep, and there we go, lost connection again.
Yeah, they'll have to remake the room. It's the safest way.
Twice in one night. But in saying that, it hasn't been halfway through a race, which is very lucky.
And everyone's got out to race, which has been good too. So.
Yep.
Yeah, there's been quite a few pit glitches during the week. Yeah. lobbies disconnecting and issues like that. Um, ever since they did that last update, there has been quite a few problems.
Yeah, well, I'm for one hoping they can have it sorted soon. I couldn't get on track last week, but that's the way it goes. Yeah, hopefully this week will be a bit different. Okay, off we
Looks like it's back up now.
Right,
just
so
waiting on the lobby to come up. Okay.
Ben's got the lobby back up, nice and quick. And it looks like he's got strong internet connection there, so it must be a GT Sport issue, not an internet connection issue. And looks like everyone's jumping back in now, which is good. Hopefully we can get started nice and quickly. A couple of the guys nice and quick to jump out and get some practice in.
So yeah, who do we have on the start of the grid for this one? I wonder. Make it interesting.
Yeah, I think who came in last place? I'm not sure who's going to be starting pole in this race.
It'll be another challenge for Ben to rise up through the ranks. But he could do it in, nearly got there in 9 laps, so double stint. I'd like to think he'd should be there on the podium at the end of it.
Yeah, I mean, look, with the longer races, that pit stop makes a difference, and if you're doing a two-stopper, can definitely slow you down. I know some races you'll be up the front of the pack, make your pit stop, and then you've dropped 4 or 5 spots and you're unable to get it back. So it'll definitely be interesting to see what happens.
That is very true. It's not a track that's easy to make passes on. Yeah, very interesting. But I think my money's still on Ben.
Yeah, I think so. If not, he'll come very close. He did very well to come up to second place from starting at the back of the grid. Putting down those consistent lap times really helps. Alright, so hopefully Ben should have the grid sorted soon. It looks like Untouchable's going around the track backwards. I'm not sure what's going on there. And Ben, good to go. Looks like we're about to start the race any second now. And here we go.
5, 4, 3.
I think almost everyone has switched to mediums for the start of the race.
It'll be interesting to see if we see some do a quick pit stop, lap 2.
Yeah, I haven't done any practice on the mediums this week, so I couldn't even say how
Neither
much of
have
a difference it makes.
neither have I, to tell you the truth. So yeah, I think for me the grid position always decides what tyres I'll go on.
Yeah.
From up the back, I'll just go on the
Nice clean start. Kez Audio gets into turn 1 cleanly, followed by Contagious. Mad Mitch, Up You Baby loses a spot there. J-Dub in 5th, followed by Smurf, Soul Slayer, Untouchables, Ben and Troy HQ.
no
Corner
penalties
always
on that
gets me.
first corner. So, yeah.
It's a tricky one to get right. It's the tightest corner on the track.
It was always a nightmare corner in the dailies. You could be
Yeah.
assured it would get punched off there.
Well, lucky here at Wheel to Wheel, we don't drive like they do in the dailies.
Yes, that's
Much
that's
cleaner.
all here. Yeah, that's for sure. That is for sure.
Looks like everyone's staying nice and close.
Did anyone start off on the softs?
Doesn't look like it. We'll go through and
No one's on
have
the
a look.
softs. All on the mediums.
Everyone looks like they're on mediums going through the grid. Yeah, everyone changed over to mediums. Which, that's normally my go-to strategy, having the medium tyres to start off with. And that way, when you are on the softs, I feel like you can be much quicker changing to a grippier tyre for the rest of the race.
Yeah, I don't mind. I had a bit of a couple of good runs. If you're on the start of the grid and you can put the softs on and just get out of there quick,
Yeah.
and try to get a bit of a lead and leave some of the tussling behind.
Oh, Untouchable spins out around the corner.
That
Looked like he got onto the power a little bit too early, and I think he just got touched a little bit.
Yeah, let's jump onto a replay on that.
The corners
So they're
have the
going
name
around
of
turn
Remus.
2, and it looks like he's taken a bump from someone. It's hard to see who it was. Yeah, it's very unfortunate.
Unlucky.
Yeah, I do wonder if Remus gets the name from the amount of people that get reamed there.
Not surprise me.
Okay, we've had a change in the lead.
Yeah, Mad Mitch, followed by Contagious. Kez Audio's dropped down to 3rd. It's still pretty close together as we're starting this 3rd lap.
Contagious got the fastest lap there.
Up Here Baby and Kez Audio getting close to each other there. A little bit of rubbing.
Or Smurf and Smurf and Up You there. It was very close coming around the corner, but no touches there, which is good. It's a tight pack down 4th, 5th, 6th there.
Yeah, it looks like
it's very close.
Going to be a very close battle for 3rd place there. They're all very tight.
Got a nice pack of Astons there in the middle there with Smurf and Up You and J-Dub.
Car choice.
Lovely car choice. Not biased at all. Contagious is still hanging off the back of Mad Mitch.
Yeah, he's not letting him get away.
Whether or not he can make a break anymore, we've got
Ooh,
a
penalty.
That was a really late penalty coming there.
It was,
He-
and he hasn't burnt
but-
it. And he's gone wide, so he'll pick up another penalty there. Unless he feels
A
like
second at least.
it was unfair. I'm not sure if there was some contact. Yes, that's one for the stewards.
Yeah. He picked up an extra half a second there. He's burning off there on the corner.
Yeah, Contagious gets past him. Still got 0.6 of a second to burn.
It's so hard to shake it from this point on.
It
I
is.
think without losing time overall.
Ooh, Kez Audio and Up You Babies touching as they go around the corner.
Still such a close pack that from 12th to 8th. It's just, yeah, good tussle. 12th to 9th, I should say, with Royal Soul Slayer at the back of that pack.
Very tight pack. Looks like Mad Mitch has picked up another penalty. He's 2.1 left to burn at the moment.
That's a lot to burn this far around. It's
It is, and he's let Contagious get away. Hopefully he's going to burn it now while he's on the straight. Yep, he's pulled over. But that's going to give the rest of the pack a chance to catch up to him now. Yep, and it looks like he's lost quite a few positions there. Oh, that was a bit tight.
I've still had some of the penalties.
Still got half a second penalty, or was that a new penalty he picked up?
I think that was a continuous, but might be another one for the replays later on the other time.
There's Audio also with a 1 second penalty.
Contagious has got a bit of free air there. He's looking good. Sunday driving.
Yeah, well, if he can, he's 4.8 seconds ahead, so if he just keeps nice consistent lap times, should be fine.
And so far he has. He's had some nice consistent 137s. So,
looking at the rest of these guys from second back, their lap times are a little bit inconsistent. I think battling is really slowing these guys down. There's a lot of 138s and 139s, and being on mediums as well would make a massive difference.
yes, for sure.
Especially with how hard these guys are driving at the moment. So Ben's managed to work his way up to 5th. He's right behind Smurf at the moment. I think this is a long enough race where he can claw his way back to first place. Six laps in, and these guys are sticking to each other like glue. They come round turn 3. Ben manages to move up to 4th, gain a spot on Smurf. Baby's penalty still hovering next to his name, but there's no time on it.
Yeah, I've seen that a bit. I'm not sure what to make of that.
It's be a bit of a glitch.
Yeah.
And up you just set a purple sector.
One of the cars was ghosting inside the other one there for a second.
Troy, looks like he's just pulled into the pits. Looks like he wants to get off those mediums.
Yeah, he's
And
not liking the mediums.
Untouchables.
Untouchables as well.
Lap 6, they're obviously going for a 2-stopper.
Yeah, I don't think they'll need to take fuel, but...
Troy's taking fuel.
Yeah, the Corvette might be a bit thirsty. Oh no, sorry.
Troy took fuel.
There you go.
And Untouchables filled all the way up as well. They were only on about 50%, so they probably would have been fine not to fill up, but...
I think thirsty beast that they're driving.
Yeah, I think sometimes it's better to be safe than sorry. I've been caught out a couple of times running out of fuel.
Same. It's, yeah, always to be safe than sorry. Contagious is just out there on his own, just continuing to run his nice consistent 137s.
Yeah.
Everything besides his first lap's 137, so going well so far. When he pits will be could be the first we see the change of leader.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting. Ben had second place for a second and he couldn't manage to hang on to it. J-Dub pulled back out.
Contagious, if he didn't need fuel, has got enough of a lead to nearly slip in and get tyres and still come out in front.
I mean, he's 8.3 seconds ahead and he's got half a tank of fuel on lap 8 of 18, so I think he's pretty well set.
Yeah.
Oh, Ben giving J-Dub a bit of a nudge.
Just come on to that.
Smurf looks like he's making a move on Ben. And going for J-Dub.
Oh, this will
Takes
be
the inside
close.
line.
It's all
Oh,
clean.
J-Dub runs wide.
Smurf did well there.
Nice clean pass.
Aston's in second and third. What have we got coming up for fourth? Oh, it's so close there with Mad Mitch doing a nice slide into the corner there. Mitch is looking to join the Aston conga line.
Yeah, he's passed up you, baby.
But Ben's not having a bar of it, I think.
No.
He's hanging on to that fourth position solidly.
And Up You Baby's picked up a penalty.
Oh, as he just heads into the pits now up here.
He's getting off the mediums.
When will Contagious pit? You'd never think it'd be at the end of the ninth lap.
I mean, look, his tyres aren't too bad, and he's still got plenty of fuel. He's got over a third of a tank at the moment. He could even go another lap again, maybe 2 if he wanted to, and then just jump on the softs.
His times have dropped off a little bit, as would happen with the tyre wear. He's dropping down to half a second towards the second. Yeah.
He's doing quite well. 9.4 seconds ahead of Smurf at the moment.
I think I'd be looking to pull in for the tyre change and the quick drink of the Red Bull.
Yeah, I mean,
change the tyres.
It'll be interesting to see what these guys in this battle pack for second, third, and fourth do.
Because they are close, all of them, aren't they?
Yeah, they're very close. They're nose to tail all the way around the track. They're not letting each other get away. Oh, Smurf and Ben both pull in. J-Dub stays out. Kez Audio comes in. Soul Slayer stays out.
Ben had a lovely quick pin entry then too, so
Mad Mitch
these
also
guys were
jumps
looking
in.
pretty cactus.
Yeah, yeah. Troy stays out.
And Contagious is still out.
Contagious also stayed out. 10.4 seconds ahead of JW at the moment. I think JW's done the smart thing here. He's all on his own. Soul Slayer's looks like he's gaining a little bit of ground on him, but he's still 2.8, 3 seconds away.
We'll go back to Troy in 4. Ben on the first rubber. In 5th, Untouchables in 6th. Smurf in 7th on the first rubber as well. Up you, Kez Audio, Mad Mitch. He's now back to 10th. After a good start at the start of the race. So yeah, Contagious. Will he pit now? Here he comes in for the pits.
There we go, pits.
Jerry, if his fuel's right, which you may need to take a little bit on his, a little bit over quarter in the tank.
Yeah, quarter of a tank at the moment. It looks like he's lost a couple positions.
He's taking on a bit of fuel.
So A-Dub's currently in first. Soul Slayer and then Contagious in third. Quite big gaps between the three of them.
Looks like J-Dub and Soul Slayer still yet to pit, so... Oh, no. Soul Slayer's actually pitted on the forefront, so... And so has J-Dub, so they're already on the softs.
No, they're on mediums.
So they are, sorry.
Yeah.
Screen might be fine.
Only got a quarter of a tank left, J-Dub. Soul Slayer's got slightly more fuel and slightly better tyres.
And no, they haven't pitted. It was just my screen was lying to me again. So yeah, with them having the pit, and I think they would go on soon with the amount of tyre where they've got. Contagious will have a bit of free air at the front again.
I mean, once everyone's pitted, I think everything will even out. There's quite big gaps between the first 5 cars, 6 cars at the moment. Smurf and Up You Baby are quite close together in 6 and 7, but everyone in front of them are quite spaced out.
Soul Slayer and JW have just pulled into the pits. So there goes Contagious into in the first. Troy's back in the second, and Ben's back into third. So
I mean, Contagious still got quite a big lead over Troy. I think for the moment we might stick with J-Dub, Smurf, and Up You Baby, 4th, 5th and 6th. J-Dub on the inside of Up You Baby. Nice clean pass there.
Battle of the Astons.
Yeah, all 3 Astons.
Very close.
I feel like all night these guys have been next to each other.
On the whole, it's been some nice clean racing tonight, I must say.
Yeah, which is good. I don't think the stewards will have much work to do with this lobby. Hopefully the other guys have gone just as well. But yeah, I haven't seen anything that be steward worthy in these races.
That's been great. It's just a good indication of the level of skill we've got here, I guess. It's very tight, close racing. Just looking at J-Dub now, he looks like he got a good exit around that last turn. Pulling over early to sort of protect his turn. No, he's come back in. A different manoeuvre. Up you covered.
Notice turn 3 is normally the one where he tends to lose a position. Just set a purple sector.
Oh.
Yep, there we go. Up. Oh no, back on the inside, takes his spot back from Up You Baby.
A bit of reversal there, yeah.
Takes a slightly different line and it proves to be much quicker.
I still think Smurf's looking dangerous here. He's anything could happen.
Yeah, look, we've still got 5.5 laps to go. I think Smurf will be smart just to not get too involved in the battle. Keep nice and close and yeah, closer
Wait
towards
his
the end,
time.
make a move. Yeah, bide his time.
Yeah.
But just noticed that a smiley face on the back of J-Dub's car. Looks like a teddy bear or something.
Yeah, he was
Could it
telling me
be Sonic?
it's a Japanese mascot, he was saying. Oh, here we
Oh,
go.
okay. Yeah, it's a...
Gonna go 3 wide here.
Yeah, wow.
Oh, look at that.
There'll be
How's
some
that
nice
for
photos later.
Yeah, photo opportunity. Right there, 3 Astons side by side down the straight.
And there we go, Smurf capitalised on it all and nudged up in the fourth. Good job, Smurf.
Looks like further back in the field, Untouchables just gained a penalty in turn 1.
Ooh, slight touch there with J-Dub and Up You. A bit wide.
I think a couple guys will pick up a penalty there. They all went wide. No penalties. Wow. Contagious is sitting pretty in first place. 6 seconds ahead of everyone else on lap 14 of 18.
Is he the only one on the one stop?
No, a few of the guys did a one stop. I
Yep.
think there's only two or three guys that have done a 2 stop. Everyone else is doing a 1 stop.
Yep.
We have Troy in second, Ben in third. And then quite a big gap again to fourth. And then everyone's sitting nice and tight. Oh, J-Dub. Get a bit loose around turn 1.
Yeah. I think Ben will be keen to try to get some points on the board after you missed out on last week's round. Not sure what happened there, but no points on the board for last week's round, so looking to make an improvement on that for this week. Contagious and Troy haven't missed a round this season, so that's good.
Yeah, I mean, they've done very well tonight, so I'm sure they'll get good points on the board.
Yeah, that's for sure. And he's had a new fastest lap on that last lap with a 1:36, 1:51. As he's maybe clawing his way back to the top. 1.2 behind Troy. At the end of this straight, we should see how close he's getting to Troy. He's getting within, certainly within slipstream distance, so you can see a change in position for second and third coming up.
Troy goes a little bit wide. Just a little bit of time there. Giving Ben a good opportunity to catch up. Gap is only down to half a second a moment between Troy and Ben.
Contagious is so far ahead. I didn't think there'd be any changes for first, but anything could happen. But yeah, he's
if he can keep it together, he's definitely got this one in the bag with 2.5 laps to go.
Nearly a 7-second gap on seconds.
Looking at tyres, Troy's tyres look much more worn than Ben's. Only half a second gap between them. I think Ben will definitely make a move within the next lap or two and be able to hold Troy off.
He's got a little bit less fuel too, so with the lighter weight and able to make a move on Troy, so you can get a good exit out of this corner. He made you here. And so
he went over the curb a little bit, coming a bit wide, so he's lost a couple tenths there.
It's all bunched up further back down the old. Still got the good battle from 4th, 5th and 6th going on. A few penalties in amongst that as well. Smurf's just burning one off now, all cleared.
And Up You Baby also burning off a penalty. Both getting through cleanly, losing any time, which is good. This is where all the action has been all night, in the middle of the pack. These guys have been going at it very hard.
They have indeed. It's been some very close racing.
Oh, Up You Baby, go wide into the sand. Pick up a penalty for that. And again.
Yeah, dirty tyres. That's going to really hurt.
He's taking out untouchables. That's unfortunate.
Oh no.
Oh no, that is unfortunate. Looks like Uppy's redressed to untouchables there. Part of the story.
It's not what you want on the second to last lap.
No.
The trophy's picked himself up a 1 second penalty in second place, so we might see an overtake here.
Oh yeah, Ben's right behind him now. He's still got 0.2 of a second to burn, which should burn quite easily coming into turn 2.
Yeah, certainly going down to the wire for these two.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if Ben will be able to actually get around him, but the penalty that Troy's carrying might be all the difference.
Hasn't burned that penalty yet. It looks like he might have to do it in front of the finish line, which will give Ben the opportunity to pass. Contagious crosses the line in first place quite easily.
The gap between Troy and Ben is looking like about 0.4, and he's got a...
Oh, he
Did he
just
burn it?
manages to hang on. He did burn it just on the
Oh,
line.
wow. And just got the second. Well done, Troy. And Ben, yeah,
Ben
that was very
so
close.
Yeah, very, very close.
Smurf up in the fourth.
Soul Slav fifth. Mad Mitch. Hez Audio. Up you Baby and J-Dub. Further down the pack. As Up You Baby burns a penalty to finish for 8th. Something must have happened with those two guys because they dropped quite substantially. It looks like J-Dub might have run out of fuel as he crosses the line.
It was slow, yeah.
Yep. Just looking at his car now, it's flashing red. Definitely out of fuel.
Out of the gas.
And I think Up You Baby ran out of fuel as well.
And Untouchables is
spins out on the
in.
last corner.
Dang.
As he crosses the line in 10th place, putting on a show for the crowd.
Well, there we go. Contagious. Brings it on home.
Did not see that one coming. He's done well. And absolutely demolished everyone in that last race.
And a clean race, as we can see here too, so it was great. It was good job.
Very interesting to see starting on pole at Red Bull Ring. Yeah, I didn't think it would be that much of a difference, but it looks like that was definitely the place to start.
That is for sure. Well, what a great night of racing.
It was. All right, gentlemen. Thank you very much. That has been an amazing race, and thank you for joining us at W2W Division 3, Round 9. So we'll be back next week. Where are we racing next week, Fang?
I should know, but I don't. I could invent something, but...
No, Laguna in the GR3s.
Laguna, well, there we go. That will be another interesting round.
Another track I love, so can't wait for that one.
Yeah, I don't mind it. The corkscrew sometimes isn't my friend, but yeah.
It's very tricky. All right.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Fang, for joining me.
No, thank you, Palmer. Thank you, Herbal.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thanks,
for doing visuals tonight, Herbal.
No worries.
And, we'll catch everyone next week.
And thank you to all who watched. Thank you. Race on.